Hello, everyone. It's Mrs. Zeke here to share some thoughtful Thursday tidbits. This is something that is on your health choice board for the week. And so it can also, now you have me to actually give you instructions for it. You'll find the printouts available with the video down below. Awesome. So today, what I want to show you guys is some of you may have read the book. It's been used earlier on during this time away from each other. But there's a couple books, and parents, this is also a YouTube channel that I highly recommend checking out. It's called A Little Spot of Peace. And with it, there's also a little spot of anger and a little spot of sadness. This actually came to my attention when one of my students reached out to me asking for some help on ways to calm down. So I've been using this with my own family and even with myself. And so I just wanted to share it with you guys this week. So I've got this little guy right here to kind of show you exactly what I'm talking about. And let's get it right there for you. This week, this is the printout that I would love for you guys to copy, either print out, try to draw it on your own. And you can use it to show kind of what color you're in. Some of you know the zones of regulation, but some of you may need some other tools to use as well. So let's say that you're kind of feeling in a funky mood, but you're not quite sure what the word is to describe how you're feeling. Well, you can use this chart and kind of look at the different faces. And let's say, for me today, well, actually maybe right now, I think I'm feeling a little nervous. I'm not very good in front of a camera. And this is a lot of practice for me. I'm learning new things while I do this. So if I were one of maybe a little bit younger, or maybe I was a student, or maybe I was even, somebody who didn't have words to use, I could point at this picture and that would be able to tell my parents or the adult that I'm with kind of how I'm feeling. And you guys, that's super important. Let me tell you why. It's really important to kind of figure out the exact word to use to show people how you are feeling or to communicate how you are feeling. If you tell your parents that you're sad, they don't necessarily know what you're sad about. If you tell them that you're angry, or you just show them you're angry, you kind of throw a fit and you start yelling, you slam your door, you usually ends up with consequences, right? So instead of doing that, maybe if we have some words in front of us or some faces or some different ways to show how we're feeling, we can use that to describe how we're feeling. So if I tell you guys that I'm feeling nervous, then you might be able to say, "Oh, Mrs. Zeke, you shouldn't be nervous. And here's why." So if you can actually tell your parents how you're feeling, then they might be able to say, "Hey, I have some ways to help you." Or, "Hey, we all do feel that way sometimes. And here's why you shouldn't feel that way." Because sometimes it makes sense to have feelings and sometimes it really doesn't. Should I be nervous to be in front of a camera to you guys? No, I'm in front of you guys every day at school, right? So it's kind of silly that I would be nervous, right? But at the same time, I can still calm myself down. Sometimes we just have to face our fears and go ahead and do things that are a little bit out of our comfort zone. So that's something that I can tell myself if I'm feeling nervous. But there's a lot of words on that chart, and you guys can print them off or look at it online so that you can see for yourself what words to use to show how you're feeling. Now, there's another cool little thing on here, if I can slide over. I have posted this around my house in places where I tend to go when I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed or a little bit ooh, like I just can't control things that are going on around me. I bet a lot of you might feel that way right now, right? We all can't really control what's going on. So we do have our breathing tools, but this is another breathing tool you could use. And it's a nice visual to remind you what to do. So each of these spots are labeled. The green swirls say to breathe in, and the dotted swirls say to breathe out. And if you follow the arrows around, you just keep breathing in and out. And you can keep going around the pattern as many times as you need to. Sometimes this visual is so helpful. It's a good reminder because we don't always think, hey, let me take out my breathing tool. But maybe if we posted that around the house, then it might help us to remember. So what I'm gonna do is just point the camera down. Can you guys, oops. Oh, you guys see my water bottle there, huh? I'm gonna point the camera down and I'm gonna show you guys, you can use any color. I do have green here, so I am gonna use green because that's what they use on the actual deal. And I'm gonna do this sideways so you guys can see it a little better. I'm gonna label it breathing. You guys could label it calming breath or whatever you wanted. I'm just gonna use breathing all the way across, right? And we use green all the way around. Remember, the swirls tell us to breathe in, right? And then there's a nice little arrow. I'll use blue to do it. And you can use a different color to remind you to breathe out. And I'm not gonna color it all the way in just because we're doing this video, but you guys can. And the dots mean to breathe out. Oh, and I'm still using blue. Do another arrow. What do we do next? We're gonna breathe out? No, we're going to breathe in, a nice little swirl. Now, does this have to be fancy? Does this have to look really pretty, you guys? No, but I'm telling you, if you put this up around your house, it will help you to remember what to do when you're feeling a bit overwhelmed. And, oh, I better make that arrow go all the way around, right? So we breathe in, out, in, out. And you can keep going as many times as you want. And I wanted to share that with you guys because did that take me very long at all to make? No, that did not take me long at all. But when I post this up around my house, it reminds me of what to do when I'm feeling overwhelmed. And I know it might seem silly. It might seem like we tell you guys all the time just to take a deep breath, but I'm an adult. All of your teachers are adults. Your parents are adults. And guess who uses this the most in our house? Me. And it really, really does help me. And I'm sure it will help you guys too if you remember to use it. Now, based on that, I just want to remind you guys that even though things are not in our control right now and there's a lot that's going on that might feel overwhelming or might feel like it's just too much, remember that your teachers are here. I am here. And that you have a lot of adults who are looking out for you still. Okay? Your parents are here for you. And if you ever need anything, you can always send us an email or give us a call. You guys know how to call us too. So I wanted to send some love out to you guys. I miss you. And just remember, try to tell the adults in your life how you're feeling. That will help them to help you. And also, try to post this up everywhere, as many places as you can, because that visual reminder really, really does help you as you are feeling tense or any of the other emotion words that we have. So, a little thought for your Thursday. I hope you guys will use that. And just remember that we are all in this together. We're all here for you, and we miss you guys so, so much. Bye.